Good evening, all. How are you? Oh, I'm pleased to hear that. Oh, and I'm sorry for your troubles. Um, Today, I don't know what I'm going to talk about, but I thought it'd been a couple of days since I put anything on here. And, as so many of you have now subscribed, I thought it only polite, good manners to upload something for your delectation and delight. Uh, but I sat here, I moved the camera from the desk over there next to Nigel, who some of you know. I've moved it over here to just outside the bedroom door. Yeah, I've got a bedroom. This is the wagon I live in. You can see from the shape of it that it's like a wagon. I've got, it's not really a wagon. It looks like a wagon from the outside. I've put lots of windows in, like a train wagon, not not one of your American cowboy wagons. It's like a train wagon and designed roughly along the lines of the traditional travelling circus sort of thing when they used to travel the railway lines in America. Oh, and in Britain, I believe. Although, of course, in Britain they don't go so far. I think if you travelled 700 miles in Britain, you'd have done the whole journey from one end of the country to the other. Well, just maybe a bit more than 700. It's from London. When I was a boy, I used to hitchhike regularly from Aberdeen, which is in Scotland, to London, mainly on little adventures, running away from places and stuff when I was a kid. And I think it was about 700 miles. I'm on the old squeaky chair again. Um, yes. I just want a message to those who control the adverts on YouTube and stuff. Will you please stop putting prepaid funeral adverts on? I don't want to keep being reminded that I'm getting older. I mean, it's a damn cheek. Please stop it immediately. Um, anyway, I'm not going to have a funeral. I've spoken to the family. I've told them all what's to happen. We've to get. Actually, I might make my own sort of coffin, and before I die, of course. I'm sorry, sorry, I shouldn't laugh. That's my own joke. I just thought of that. I hadn't heard it before. That's why I laughed. Yeah. So I'll make my own coffin, and I'll put it away somewhere where no one can see it, and it's not always being reminded of imminent departure from imminent. Is that the right word? Imminent, eminent. No, well, yeah, I'll put it away from eyes so we can't see, and be reminded of my imminent departure, which I hope will also be an eminent one. Uh, and then when I do finally pop my clogs, put me in the coffin. I've told them all. Put me in the coffin, put me on the back of a pickup truck, and take me to the crematorium and stick me in the oven. And that's it. That's all there is to it. Bring me back here to my paddock and scatter my ashes in the hedgerow. That'll make me happy to know. Yeah, so, I mean, do you know when Trisha's granny died? This is the latest funeral I went to, which was a couple of years ago now. When Trisha's mother died, the funeral director would not conduct the funeral until she had the money. Can you believe that? They want the money. I mean, you're grief stricken anyway, and they want the money. I think it was over £5,000 to bury someone. I just think it's wrong. I mean, you could use that money, couldn't you? Money that you use for your funeral, you could use it. Your family could have that. They could have a party, have the money, have a bloody good time. Don't give it to the funeral directors. That's a. Although I suppose maybe they have to be involved legally. I don't know. Um, yeah. So anyway, that's what I want to happen. Dead, homemade coffin, back of a pickup truck, up to the crematorium, in the oven, scatter the ashes in the hedgerow. Simple. What more do you want? Um, I know some people who are religious. I mean, might want more. I'm not particularly religious, although I do. I'm not religious, but I certainly believe in God. Um, I mean, something must have created all this, mustn't it? Something else. I can't believe it was someone, but something. There'd be a God. And I actually find it quite easy to believe in Jesus as well. I mean, his life was documented, wasn't it? I mean, it might have changed a little bit over the storytelling years, but I can easily believe that a very charismatic person such as Jesus existed all those years ago and had a profound influence on many people's lives. I have no trouble with that, but organized religion, no, that's not for me. Uh, so yeah, just say goodbye to me quickly and briefly, and remember me as I was, rather than what I remember now, mostly of Granny, Trisha's gran, is because I haven't been to many funerals, but all I remember of it is being sad. I mean, really, you want to remember someone as they were in life. Anyway, that's enough of that subject. What else can I talk about? What else did I do today? Oh, I helped George, my son George deals in antiques. Well, he'll deal in anything that makes a few bob. Clever lad. I helped him to repair a chest of drawers. It's one of those big chests with many, many drawers. From a chemist, and it had it's got all scientific names of the elements in it that are in each drawer that the chemist would use. I've taken ages. He asked me ages ago to repair it, but there's so many drawers that were in need of repair and actually replacing that it took me a while to get around to it. I've had so much more to do, like my garage, motorbikes. So yeah, I've done that, and we put the handles on, some new handles on. We had to make them look old. It's not just a question when I'm doing stuff for George of repairing. It's like restoring and making stuff, odd bits and pieces of timber to make them all match up and make them look old. And I finished the garage door, my new garage doors. I say finished them. I finished it. I've closed up the gap that was in the middle, and went for a walk with the dog. It's been a horrible day, really. It's not dog walking weather. She doesn't even like it. She's getting old now, Mia. And then this afternoon I felt completely wiped out, so I went and lay on my bed. Woke up 3 hours later. So now here it is. What time is it? 25 to 12 at night, and I'm wide awake. I might later on. I've got a bit of sign writing to do. I am sorry about this chair. Yeah, I've got a bit of sign writing to do. What else? Oh, I had this funny thought today. You know when you make a cup of tea or coffee and you put sugar in and you stir it? When you drink it, it's nice and sweet. What happens if you stir it the other way around? Does it go sour again? I don't know why I thought of that. Because I don't actually take sugar in my tea. Although I have got a very sweet tooth. I'm always eating sweets and cakes. But, and I used to have sugar in my tea. But I don't nowadays. And I don't like the taste of coffee. Why do people rave about coffee so much? When did that become a thing? Every time I turn something on, oh, I must have my morning coffee. Can't get by without my morning coffee. Well, we always used to in the old days. That's another thing I do quite a lot. Is I reminisce. I suppose it's the thing about getting older. I reminisce about the way things were when I was a kid. I get all nostalgic and oh, how wonderful it was in the 1950s. The world was such a lovely place. Well, Britain was such a lovely place. I get all nostalgic and happy about it, and then I think, John, you had the most miserable childhood ever. It wasn't a wonderful place. People were fucking horrible. Excuse my French. Not everyone was horrible. I did know some rather lovely people who had an influence over me, but unfortunately the bad people had more of an influence in my formative years. Oh no, don't start talking about trans, John. That's another thing nowadays, isn't it? Nobody knows what they are. You can identify as what you like. I was going to say what I'd like to identify as. I think that's wholly inappropriate, John. Anyway, you look horrible in the dress. Yeah, anyway, I just thought I'd just pop in and say hello to you, say a few things. And, yeah, I'm glad I got that funeral business off my chest. That's been quite annoying me. I mean, I don't mind. Send me those sort of adverts when I'm old and grey. Oh. Hey, take care. Don't worry about anything. It'll all be all right. Oh, as what's his name said? Who was it? Buddha. It was Buddha. Yeah, getting back to religion. If a problem can be solved, it's not a problem. And if it can't be solved, it's not worth worrying about. Take care, everyone. Thanks for joining me. See you again soon. Bye. Say goodbye, Nigel. Goodbye. Oh, that was pathetic, Nigel. Goodbye. Thank you. See you later. Bye.